Hey guys, welcome back to the show. On today's show, we're going to be going to part 2 of our fundamentals in the kitchen. This time we're going to be discussing, yep, you guessed it, cutting boards. Which are the best ones to get? Which ones should you stay away from? That's right here, right now in the Fear of Cooking. Hey guys, welcome back to the Fear of Cooking. My name is Scott, and I'm here to teach you guys how to get over your fear of cooking, teach you some simple little skills that'll make you awesome in the kitchen so you start cooking some awesome recipes and make your friends and family a lot happier. Now, as I said before, today's discussion is going to be all about cutting boards. You have a lot of choices when it comes to cutting boards out there. There's only a couple few that I really recommend, and there's reasons for that. The first thing is you have, as far as I know, 4 or 5 different types of cutting boards. You have the poly cutting boards like you see here. You have wood or bamboo cutting boards. And then you have the other ones like glass and marble. Now, let me get this out of the way real quick. If you have a glass or a marble cutting board, you need to take it and repurpose it somewhere else in your house. It should never, ever be touched with a blade of any of your knives. That's the best way to trash your knife, destroy the sharpness of your blade. Unless you just like, sharpening blades all the time, then go ahead, use a glass cutting board. But for me, glass is made for windows and marble is made for walls, floors, and countertops, not for cutting boards. Cutting boards should be one of 2 items, in my opinion, and that should be either a poly cutting board like this, or like I have down here, I have a bamboo cutting board. Now, on my website, nofearofcooking.com, I have suggestions for you guys in my Amazon store for some cutting boards. And I put that on there as a suggestion because, honestly, if you have a Sam's Club nearby or a Costco and you have a membership to that, or if you have a restaurant supply store in your area, go down to those places. You can get these cutting boards. I think these things are like, I got a 3-pack of these for like 20 bucks. And they came in red, yellow, and green for beef, chicken, and vegetables. So if you want to have, 3 awesome little cutting boards that are color-coded for whatever you're going to use them for, these would be great for that. If you want to go to Sam's or Costco, they carry 2 packs of these. These things I think are 20 inches by 18 inches, something like 20 by 15, I believe. And these are the cutting boards I primarily use in my kitchen because they're easy to clean. I can see everything, the color white. If there's any stains on here, I can see that. I'm able to bleach everything out, get everything cleaned up and ready for my next use. I think a 2-pack of these runs about 20 bucks possibly. But I've had, let me just tell you right now, I've had this cutting board for 9 years, I believe, and it's still in great condition. I mean, it's got a little discoloration here and there, but the actual cutting board itself is fantastic for what I use, and it gets scrubbed down and bleached after every use, no matter what I'm putting on it. The final one I was going to talk to you about is going to be wood. Now, wood cutting boards, bamboo is a very sustainable medium to use for cutting board material, and this one is one I've had for about 10 years, I guess, 10 or 11 years. And I got this over at Marshall's. If you have a Marshall's or a home goods store, any place like that, you're going to find these things a lot cheaper. If you go online, if you look at the ones I've got, I might have one bamboo one in my store. I'm not sure if I put one on there or not, but they run upwards of 100, 150 bucks. You can pick these up over at Marshall's or Home Goods or any of those kind of retail outlets that carry name brand stuff at cheaper prices. You can pick these up for under 50 bucks. And this is a heavy, 1.5 inches thick. It's massive. It's the largest cutting board that I own. And this one actually sits over on where my kitchen machine station is. So I can use that if I'm going to be, maybe cutting up some vegetables or doing stuff where I need to have stuff right next to the food processor. That's what this cutting board is mainly used for. Other types you can get them in walnut, you can get them in cherry, you can get them in mahogany. There's all kinds of different types of wood people make cutting boards from, including what they have is called end grain. And as a woodworker, I've made end grain cutting boards before. That's basically where you chop up pieces of wood, you set them with the grain side up, you glue those all together, and that makes the cutting board surface a little different. Those are cool, but I think they're a little harder to maintain. So I'd probably suggest sticking with bamboo if you can, if you want to go the wood route. If you're going to go the poly route, then I do highly recommend these. They're going to last you a long time. They're going to serve you very well. They're easy to clean. You can buy a bunch of, you want to have as many cutting boards as you possibly think you need, and then maybe add one more to that. The final one I wanted to show you is sometimes I'm working on a cutting board like this and I have a small thing I got to cut, but maybe I have meat over here or something like that, and I don't want to get everything off here, I have to re-clean because I'm kind of in a hurry. I grab these little cheapy cutting boards, the little flexible cutting boards. They come in various colors. Get a pack of them at your local grocery store. Most grocery stores should carry these. They'll probably run you about maybe $3 or $4 for a pack of 4. And these are great because they're strong enough to where your knife's not going to go through them. You can cut it, I can turn it sideways here. If I have stuff on this side, I can cut my, vegetables, whatever I'm working on here, and I can take that out and I can scoop that into the pan by just folding it up like so. So there's various uses for these, although I don't use them all that often. I'm using a nice cutting board like this. So with that, guys, I don't want to make this a very long video. This is only, this is part 2 of our series. I wanted to cover cutting boards. Stay away from glass, stay away from marble. You want to use poly, plastic, NSF safe type cutting boards, or you want to go with wood if you can afford it. I think the poly is a better way to go, a little more portable, a little less maintenance. That's one more thing I forgot to mention. With the wood cutting boards, you do have to periodically use some kind of a cutting board oil or some kind of a special food grade oil to keep them nice. So I still think the polys are probably the better way to go. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click on the little bell, be notified when I do new videos. That helps the YouTube algorithm show my video to more people out there that want to see more cooking shows and recipe stuff. And I believe the next video, we're probably going to be going into, we're going to start talking about knives and cutlery. That's a very important facet of your kitchen. So we got cutting boards down. The last video was on just how to set up your kitchen. So we're going to see you guys next time. And until then, my name is Scott. This is The Fear of Cooking. Get in that kitchen, start cooking, and start having fun, and make some food.